So today I wanted to go over 3 mods that I think every Skyrim player can't live without and go a little bit farther in their explanation than I did in my previous 2023 top mods video. As always, we're going to keep this tutorial light but informative. The 3 mods I think are the best and great foundation for any character you're building would be the Race mod, Alternate Start, and Wintersun Faiths of Skyrim. These mods are all found on Nexus and work as a one-click install, so you won't have to manually alter any local files for the game. If you enjoy gaming builds, mods, or lore, definitely consider subscribing because that is 90% of the content I produce here, so let's get into it. Number 1, the Race mod in Skyrim is the first one we're going to showcase, and that's because it's essentially the true foundation for any idea you might have for your next character. In this video, I have alternate start in the footage, but race menu also works in vanilla or regular Skyrim once you reach character customization. This mod has a huge amount of customizable traits you can alter on your character to really flesh out your roleplay experience. It starts with fully being able to adjust your character's skin color from Blue Man Group Blue to Demon Red. This type of color manipulation comes in handy if you're looking to build your own custom Dremora, or if like me you want to build an Imperial or Breton for their racial buffs, but give them brown skin for relatability, as well as the opposite if you want to make a Redgar with fairer skin. You'd be surprised how many ideas you'll have just from altering your character's skin color. This makes it super fun when you're making evil characters because, as I mentioned, you could use this to easily turn an Orc or an Argonian red like the devil's. This plugin also lets you alter your character's resting facial expression to make them a creepy ghast with a hinged jaw, or even to give them a permanent smile, look of fear, disgust, or anger for intimidation. This part of the mod is really amazing because you're not limited to one look or emotion. You can combine the features and ratio them, making your own custom expression. Aside from emotions, it also lets you choose the state of their mouth using phonetic means, aka based on what sound their mouth would make, such as a wide open mouth being represented by the ah sound, or AAH. Going further, you can even adjust the height or individual limb size for your character and give them freakishly long arms or teeny tiny baby wavy hands and feet. Plus, if you choose a beast character such as a Khajiit or Argonian, you can even customize the tail size. Now at this point you might be thinking, well yeah Gorm, cool, I can make my character Simpsons yellow, but how does that change my game, Gorm, how? Well, that my friends is where mod number 2 comes in, Alternate Start. When you start the game after installing the mod, you'll first notice you completely bypass the normal or vanilla start of Skyrim, and instead of being a prisoner in a wagon, you'll be prompted with a character creation menu. After creating your character, you'll find yourself locked in an isolated room with nothing except a statue of Meridia to keep you company. Once you approach and speak to the statue, you'll be greeted and shown a variety of roleplay scenarios that you can star in. The best part is, it's not just a few. I mean, there's a good bit of them. You can start out as a specific class type such as Soldier or Necromancer, or in your favorite guild, house, or even pick a vague option such as Let me out of this place, or I was shipwrecked, or even I was attacked and left for dead. Shoot, I mean, it even has a surprise me option. So walk with me. Let's say you choose to start your first Necromage and you want to begin and end the game in that fashion. The game will start you in an area related to the roleplay you selected, usually surrounded by items that the character would find useful. In terms of a Necromancer, this could be a secret hideout full of potions, spellbooks, and ingredients. The mod doesn't stop there though. Most of the roleplays actually even fill your inventory with useful weapons, armor, and other items that help bring your character build to life. This of course doesn't happen if you pick one of the disaster roleplays such as being left in the wilderness, because you're essentially asking to be left with nothing, which is still a good roleplay. Then if none of this is appealing, you can also select the vanilla or regular start again from the statue as well to get that OG Skyrim intro. Now our final can't live without mod is the Wintersun Faiths of Skyrim mod. So let's say you used race mod to create the perfect character who looks like you or some deformed abomination. Then you used alternate start to get a real role-playing background for them. But in the world of Skyrim, there's one thing all of Tamriel loves. That's their gods, goddesses, and Daedra. This is where Wintersun comes into play. With this mod, you can pick one of the many, and I mean many, deities of the Elder Scrolls world. I say many because you're not restricted to the 9 divines. You can choose any of the gods from the lore by visiting one of their shrines or reading a book about them. Another great thing is certain races are common worshippers of certain gods according to the lore. For example, most Argonians worship the Hist or Sithis, who you may remember is the god of the Dark Brotherhood or the Assassin's Guild. So since let's say your character is an Argonian, you'll be prompted right after you enter or exit your first door to see if you want to worship one of your race's usual deities. If none of them match your identity, you can simply cancel and find a shrine or book that relates to you. So you might be thinking, well, that's fun, but like, is there any incentive? Why would I want to worship one of the deities or gods or whatever? Well, it's useful and engaging because each divine or daedra has a rule list of things you need to be doing or shouldn't do. This system is known as having or losing favor. And once you have 100% or more favor, you'll gain new powers and stat buffs. However, if you don't pray regular or behave in a way that the god would hate, the god will abandon you and you'll have to stay godless, find a new god, or regain the god you lost by once again visiting their shrine or reading a book about them. Again, as always, we're keeping it simple. These 3 mods add an incredible amount of replayability and make Skyrim almost feel like an entirely new game because they allow the player to truly build their character. And the icing on the cake is they all work together. Again, if you enjoy these kind of videos, being builds, mods, or even variety gameplay, please subscribe, like, and comment some of your thoughts. It helps me build the channel and allows me to know what is relevant to you so that I can keep making content you like watching. As always, much love and be safe out there.